DT goes first, Dalton goes second. Now, one of the best parts about watching matches like this is I pay close attention to Aditya's face once he sees the first Mimighoul card. Because I'm imagining we'll see a level of shock here. But he will get to go first, and Dracotail very solid going first.
Yes, and the normal summon Mululu here is one of the best normal summons for this deck because it helps you kind of insulate your plays even against things like Infinite Impermanence because you can always just save your execution for your opponent's turn, which is really nice to see.
Chain Imperm target.
Oh, speaking of Imperm, there it is. We could decide to chain here to the Mululu effect, but we're going to not do that.
So we have the Ash for the Molcharmi, Infinite Impermanence for the Mululu,
yep.
and Aditya goes to end phase. Wow.
Now, this isn't the end of the world here because Mululu can still quick fuse during the opponent's turn, like I mentioned.
Sure.
But Dalton did put a stop to Aditya's turn there.
Activate Mimighoul Maker.
Ooh, and there it is! Unchanged.
Look at his face.
Unchanged.
Oh, wow.
Aditya's
cold.
Maybe this is a new arc for Aditya. You know, certainly many comments are made about reveal 2 flip cards in the middle of championships, but you didn't have to read that one.
Essentially, you'll randomly pick one.
That is, okay, Dalton is
explaining.
explaining.
Resolve, like, randomly picking for this.
I roll a die.
Okay.
And they're just confirming with the judges. I love that. Asking the judges, confirming, hey, what's the correct way to do this? So what Maker allows you to do, reveal 2 flip effect monsters. It can be any, but usually go for 2 Mimighouls.
Evens odds.
One of them goes to your opponent's field face down at random. The other goes to your hand. And then at resolution, you can special summon a Mimighoul monster from your hand. So Aditya's rolling to see. Looks like he's going to get the Mimighoul Dragon. That is ideal because once Archfiend is summoned, it allows you to flip a monster on your opponent's field face up. And all the Mimighouls, once they're flipped up, will then go back to the opponent's field. So essentially, Mimighoul Maker just turned into a no normal summon, 2 level 1 monsters on Dalton's field.
Very nice.
It comes down to a 50-50. You can still get to 2 level 1 monsters even if you give your opponent the Archfiend and you get the Dragon. Some Mimighoul players even like that more because then the Archfiend can be flipped on your opponent's turn. But still, this is a very efficient way to get a lot of bodies on the field.
Face down monster.
Yeah, because you also like use Dragon, get Dungeon Search Fairy. That gives you 2 monsters that way anyway.
Well, this puts Aditya in a very difficult position because if he tries to chain the effect of Mululu trying to fuse, you're still going to have the Mimighoul Dragon flipped up anyway. Its flip effect will activate and destroy all the monsters on the field.
Yes.
And if you don't fuse, well, then you're going to lose the Mululu and not get a chance to fight back. So this is very interesting.
And interestingly enough, it'll activate in the same chain. So it looks like Aditya did choose to use Mululu effect. So if we go for something like an Arthalion here, we're using Mululu on field with 2 in hand.
That's interesting, though, because remember, based on the Master Rule update from 2020, once the monster is
mandatory activation chain link 1 Mimighoul Dragon.
Oh, no, okay, because it's not having the middle of the chain, so it's fine. It's a new chain link, never mind.
That is a good point, actually.
I was a little worried,
I got
but
ahead
no,
of myself
he got
also.
it, yeah.
Arthalion.
So forget everything I said. Strike that from the record.
The first chain link resolves, the monster is flipped. New chain link, the Dragon will try and destroy, but Arthalion will still get to add 2 because we used 2 from the hand.
Well, there's also going to be the Dracotail effects in the graveyard too that go on the chain too. So Mululu could, in theory, target the Dragon and negate its effects.
Targeting
is it anywhere on the field?
I believe Mululu can target any card.
So we got a little ahead of ourselves, just excited about Mimighouls. It's still a great deck, obviously, but Aditya's a great duelist, so ordering his chain links here, I think he's going to be able to dodge all this.
I'm going to tell you right now, it will not be my last time getting too excited about Mimighoul.
No. I wouldn't have it any other way. So we're going to go ahead and get our 2 sets here. Now, we don't know what he's targeting because Mululu does not in fact target. So we're going to pop the Archfiend with the pan there. This does deny some of the bodies that maybe Dalton wanted to maybe start link climbing.
I'll set Rahu on Negate the Dragon.
Yeah, there we go. The Dragon will be negate, which means Aditya gets to keep this monster. It's his.
Very efficient use of Mululu right there. Dalton's making sure
because he's also monster I control.
Oh, is it a face-up monster?
It is a face-up monster.
Wait a minute.
I read this.
Everyone pull up Neuron.
I guess I still can't read.
Unfortunately.
So
I just can't read. My bad. Those are the words out of Aditya's mouth.
This doesn't kill Mimighouls.
Oh.
Yeah, so Dragon will destroy every non-Mimighoul card and go over to Dalton, and then, of course, the effect. I don't believe he'll be able to search for a spell card here.
Sorry about that.
It's not being normal special summon.
No, it's just
I know the 2 sets.
Moving to your opponent's field.
Rahu?
Yes.
So now both duelists just making sure that everyone's aware of the information.
I was so confident. I was like, Aditya's so confident about this play. Obviously, it's going to work out. Unfortunately, I was wrong as well.
You still have to play your cards right.
Can I get excited about Mimighouls again?
You can get excited about Mimighouls.
Cool.
All the Mimighouls you want.
Oh, please.
Because now we have a level 1 monster, which is where the yummy side of the deck starts to come in. This Mimighoul Dragon can turn into a variety of different things. Let's see what the option is for Dalton. And then depending on what else is in the hand, remember, we have not normal summoned, and we're going into the Linkaribo.
Yeah, but I think I saw a Cupsy Yummy in Dalton's hand, which means we're going to go for the cats.
There we go.
So
Linkaribo is a Link 1 monster, which means that you can, of course, special summon a Yummy from hand, and it's a very good one to summon. And remember, still no normal summon.
Yep, we did add back the Ash Blossom as a Dicha here. Worth noting.
Oh, good to point out, yeah. But
That's fine.
that was used on the last turn on the Mulcharmy.
So we're gonna let
Exactly.
that go through.
So it is
It's
still able to use now.
Arthelion.
Arthelion, Pan, and Cool.
Fascinating matchup too, because there's so many different ways to get into the Yummy engine when your whole deck is level 1 and you can easily make Linkuriboh. But this is weird because I've never seen this play out, right? The fact that Adichia may be having this like sort of first experience against Mimighoul, Yummy, Solfachord. Yummy Solfachord is a deck. Many people know of it, but adding the Mimighoul element just gives a little bit more disruption and control. So this is going to be weird. I have no idea who's going to win this.
But I will say at this point, I don't expect to see more Mimighoul cards. Maybe you have like a normal summon dragon. I haven't seen what else is in Dalton's hand. But at this point, you're going to try and do as much as you can with the Yummies. And then we'll see what else Dalton has available in the hand. But Aditya holding that Ash Blossom means that it's going to be an interesting decision for Dalton now.
Effective. Cupsy Yummy way to search 2, discard 1.
Not today.
There we go.
I think.
So Ash Blossom and Joy Spring going to shut that down, dead cold.
Debating here if we want to
That resolves.
It resolves. Okay.
use the effect of the way to bring out the 2 bodies, but we don't. We decide just to keep letting it rock.
May want to save it for next turn so you can reuse the effect of Cupsy Yummy, get a little bit more advantage. But right now we're going to send that to the graveyard. Yep, for Yummy Snatchy.
So now that Yummy Snatchy has activated, he's going to go for the field spell. Important to note, we cannot summon Link 3 or higher monsters anymore, which does affect some of the Solfachord lines.
But it looks like Dalton didn't draw any of those cards here to make that combo worth it. So it just seems like he's going to go pure Yummy like you were mentioning earlier.
And there's nothing wrong. Like, this doesn't make this not a powerful move by any stretch.
There's a reason why Yummy is really good.
Exactly. And that's part of why I think the Mimighouls are a fun part to add to the Yummy Solfachords, is because they give you the bodies necessary to, help climb up towards that Link 3 Solfachord, Grand Solfachord.
Can Giant only be made with Mimighouls or any level 1 monsters?
Any level 1 monsters.
Ooh,
Yeah,
so we can
Mimighoul
still get extra.
Throne needs only Mimighouls, but Giant that searches for any
summon.
Mimighoul card
So-
afterwards can be any level 1s.
So yeah, thanks to the surprise here, maybe bringing back the Cupsy, we can
Anything here?
maybe get into Mimighoul Dungeon still.
Potentially. I don't see that
Much
much
value
value
in
in
that?
it
Yeah.
for right now, but we'll see. I mean, it comes down to Dalton's decision making. It looks like we're going to make a either Synchro 2 or a Link 2. And no surprise,
Summon
it's
Lollipop?
the Synchro 2.
Yep.
Lollipop.
We're going to
Anyway.
go... Chain
It's
Link
an
1
incredible line of
Lollipop.
plays, though. What's
It's a
so
non-target special
interesting
2
about
for
this
grave.
deck is that
Resolve.
we've
Chain
seen
Link
pile decks where
2,
it's sort of choose your own
Acro
adventure.
Key,
Whatever cards you get, that's what you'll play.
targeting
But this has multiple combo lines that you can just
Rocket.
adapt to whatever happens.
Yeah,
so.
and they can bridge into each other. Like, Mimighoul can turn into Yummy, Yummy can turn into Mimighoul, which is really cool. Solfachord can turn into either.
That's right.
Very, very exciting. Just 3 different engines seamlessly blending into each
Anything
other,
here?
and it's just a very consistent list, all things considered. So now we have a more standard
I
Yummy
believe I've
field
normal
that we've seen often in competitive tournaments.
Yep, double Cupsy
Neither
plus
do I.
Lollipop Yummy Way is pretty solid.
You would never know there's Mimighoul cards in that graveyard. And by the way, for the viewers at
I
home
know.
wondering what's going on
Yeah,
with the
you
field,
have- Yeah, 'cause I
you
went-
could
I went
always
right to
ask
the
for
Link
left-hand
Rebo and then
accommodation.
stuff.
Dalton's
I don't think
left-handed,
we
so that's why you see his
normally
field
Yeah.
spell at the bottom of the screen instead of the top.
Same thing with Clifton
point.
earlier we saw.
So now, again, we have 3 bodies on field, 3 Yummy monsters. Dalton can do a variety of different decisions here. I believe he did add, if I saw that correctly, the surprise is in his hand, so we know that one.
He used the surprise to bring back the Cupsy Yummy back to make the Lollipop Yummy Way. So
okay.
we do not currently have
Good
that.
catch.
But we are going to make the SP Little Knight here.
Can I see what's in your graveyard?
This could be
Thinking
good, though,
on
to
the
deny
target.
some extra resources here. Maybe the Arthelion could be a good target, so that way it doesn't summon itself back.
I'll target the Ketsu.
But we're going to get rid of the
just gonna
known
burn out the
Ketsu.
resources, yeah.
It gets banished.
It gets banished.
Oh, yes.
No
So if
worries.
they can't fuse, he's not worried about the Arthelion in the graveyard, so heads up play by getting rid of both those Dracotail spell cards.
Yeah.
And
Cannot attack directly anymore, though, so Aditya will not take any damage here.
Oh,
but
it's
But 1600 is not that big of a deal when
yeah.
you really get rid of your opponent's follow-up plays.
Ketsu is way more valuable. But oh, before we end the main phase, we're going to use Nib. In the face of an SP Little Knight's not that
SP
necessarily big
target
of a
Yeah.
deal.
itself and Lollipop.
so we can actually still dodge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it forces out some interaction
Um,
from Dalton's side.
No
I'll
tribute,
still
so no
attempt
end if you
to
do.
Go to the end phase.
I'm curious, though, because now we don't have that monster in hand. A lot of time, or no, I guess we still
Yes,
do.
sir.
Yeah, it
Yes,
never resolves.
it never
Yes.
resolves.
So we still have the Nibiru in hand.
Could be relevant later, but if it went to the graveyard, wasn't really an issue because, again, Dracotail loves to fish those cards right back out.
And it does clog up some of the main monster zone, which Yummy sometimes can't come up. And what
Whoa.
Chain
a card! And the Ash Blossom from Dalton.
Yep, and I believe now the only known cards in each hand are a copy of Nibiru and a copy of Ash Blossom. That is not enough to beat this board.
Yep. Yep. Draw.
Wow, what a slow-paced duel for two very fast-paced decks.
We just top decked him.
Anything in draw phase.
Something really interesting for Dalton, I think.
Main phase.
Ooh, what does he got?
So Ash Blossom, Nibiru, Dalton has to respect both of those, but Aditya will then be on the draw. And there's, yes, they're really good, Dracotail draw cards to draw, but we've already gone through, what, 2 Rahus, 1 Ketu?
Activate to place field spell. Good.
Yep, so now we're going to place potentially the Minion field spell, and then all we got to do is within 5 summons, summon
Anything on
3
resolution?
yummy monsters, and that'll be more than enough damage, I think, to go for game.
Yeah, I think
Right
we
now
had
we're at
the
1.
Targeting.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we had the Akroki on the field before.
Ah.
Targeting Cupsy.
Sure.
Yes, that was how we were able to
Bring back the
interact
Lollipop
with
and
the
the
field,
search.
yeah.
Sure.
Only 2 summons now.
Right now, everything's getting a boost of 1,000. Just the light beast, I should say.
Stephen Darling over here with his fingers up, counting the summons to make sure we don't lose track, because that Nibiru is known information. Dalton knows that it's in the hand. Again, Aditya revealing that could have been held information, and it didn't really accomplish anything. So curious as to the reason Aditya went for that move, but Dalton now can play around that.
Maybe just afraid of the tag out effect of the Lollipop Yummy Way in the end phase, maybe.
Special
3.
Lollipop activates effect. Can I see your graveyard? Target the Othalion. It'll shuffle it back.
So that's one less thing to worry about. We may actually be able to get this done if you were
effective
cheering for
Acro
Dalton.
Key Grave,
I know some
target-
Mimighoul fans might be. This is kind of incredible to see. Although it has kind of changed and morphed into a yummy deck at this point.
Target.
Yes. Well, I am an unbiased
Target.
caster.
Sure.
I am a Mimighoul enthusiast, but
On the bottom.
either one of these decks, Dracotail, fantastic deck in its own right, and has done a lot of work at this event so far. A lot of Dracotail duelists out there. More of a pure Dracotail build from Aditya, as
to go
opposed to
through
like
battle
the
phase.
Dracotail branded that we've seen sneaking into more popularity.
45.
I think what Aditya may be going for in terms of how he's been playing this duel so far is just very straightforward. I know this works. Nothing glitzy. I want to just have a nice, consistent tournament. And it's paid off so
This is
far.
gonna
He's at the
be,
top table.
15 directly.
And real quick here,
This will
looks like we're
be-
just battle phase.
Mm-hmm.
So how many summons were we at, Steve?
We're
3.
only at 3.
And we're in the battle phase officially, but I think we're going to do a
And then,
total of
16
around
directly.
6,000 damage, give or take. Not enough to go for game here.
21 directly.
Oh, 21 with the Lollipop is a bit bigger than I thought.
So the Lollipop's big, and then
I should be
with
at
the
700?
1,500 boost on the Snatchy, that's 2,100.
42, 56,
after
72, I think.
Should be at 2 because this hits you for 21. You're at 47.
This is where everybody who's good at math is
So yeah, it's,
already
26.
typing out in chat. It's clearly this. And I say
And then,
congratulations.
another
Thank you for the
21.
information.
Oh, sorry. 21, 21, 42 plus
15,
57
16.
plus 15 is 71.
So you just one more,
So yeah,
one more 21 would put you on 500.
500 left.
500?
So I had him at 800 if I off my guess. So
I
yeah,
haven't taken any other
This is-
damage, right?
This is 20. This is 21.
Yeah, 21, 21, 15.
Oh, I missed.
42, 46, 56,
73,
66,
73.
72.
72. Excuse me.
72.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Excuse me.
How many casters
You
does it
should be
take
at
to come
500.
up
I'm
with
pretty sure the first thing I said was
mathematics?
72.
I think it was,
I'm
and we
pretty
should have
sure.
trusted you, and this is a lesson for
I'm
us.
just putting that out there.
Trust your instincts, young
Okay.
one.
I did
But it's not enough
It's
to
31 plus
find
42.
the full push right now. Aditya will get an answer, and if we're only at 3 summons, it begs the question, could Dalton have got a little more?
700, right?
It's tough to know.
It is 7. Okay.
Maybe not without playing into the known Ash Blossom.
I can't do math either.
Everybody knows, so we can't read, you can't do math. That's
Oh,
the
he
teacher's
probably thought
word,
it was
it's not
enough.
mine.
Yeah.
Probably thought it was enough. But we could still make at least one more summon, maybe go for an IP play just to have.
Going
But I guess we already have SP in play,
into-
so
Yeah.
not necessarily needed.
And even if we just pass here, we have a quick synchro on our opponent's turn.
Oh!
I like this.
You know
we
what
can
I've-
go
Perfect,
into
a
giant
Mimighoul.
Mimighoul.
Again, any
Okay.
2 level 1s on
is on
summon,
summon.
you can search your deck for any Mimighoul card. This is the 4th summon of the turn. Nibiru is still not able to activate, and this can get us to either like a Mimighoul Maker, a Mimighoul Dragon, a Mimighoul Dungeon, the field spell, which we haven't seen yet.
4, by the way.
But
Yeah, 4 summons.
And if we do Dungeon, get like Dragon, we just summon that to their field face down, and we say pass. No normal summon for you.
Yeah. Or hold it for next turn, because we can just normal it and then search for, something else.
Because correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe summoning Dragon to your opponent's field face down does not count as a summon.
No, it is a special summon
I believe
conducted
it
by
is,
his
yeah.
opponent.
Ooh,
that could be a risk then.
Because it is your activated
effect
effect
summon
in
to your
hand
field and
to
take down
special
defense.
summon it.
So I need to
Ooh,
take
he's
a
going to do it.
look at the text here.
But also,
At this point, we can protect the Snatchy plus the SP. Go ahead and lose the Giant Mimighoul, and then the
Giant
set
Mimighoul
monster doesn't
effect,
even go away.
Detach target field spell. It's going to, because you control a face down monster, it's going to destroy it and deal you 1,000 damage.
Oh!
Wow, it
we
was
had
right
one
in front of
chance
us.
to use the Nibiru, and Dalton found it.
In case you did not hear, detach one material from Giant Mimighoul, target a field spell. Because your opponent has a set card, deal 1,000 damage to your opponent.
It's one of those extra effects.
Wow.
Dungeon does a couple things. It also allows you to attack directly with non-exceeds Mimighouls, but...
Good luck.
Dicha, I think, proudly proclaims they're going first. We see the opening hand of Destiny. What's about to happen?
Nothing.
Nothing,
Stand by
apparently.
me.
Interesting.
Nothing in draw phase, at least.
Pride Diffusion.
Oh,
wow.
It appears that we do have a bit of a smaller package of Branded in here. I think it's really
Yeah.
just a few copies of Branded Fusion plus of Albaz, but immediately met by Ash Blossom. Classic Branded Fusion.
One of the best feeling ashes ever.
say
Is like,
Robert
oh,
Dracotail?
you're just going to lead with that? Well, how about we don't? How about we don't?
Well, how about I use Branded Fusion number 2
Okay,
in Rahu?
well-
But Ash on the Charmy
Whoa.
Bulos. We are
Just
gaming,
trading
folks.
cards. Just trading cards there.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Addict's finest.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's been less than 30 seconds already. 5 cards have been
So
hitting
now I gotta
the play pile.
Aditya says, so now I got to think, you know?
I didn't think I'd make it this far.
Let's see what else he has in hand as well here.
This could be... I think you maybe want to go Arthalion and then just get back like a Lucaeus or something you feel like
Yeah.
normal summoning. That makes the most sense to me.
It makes a lot of sense. You get a lot of value off of that Lucaeus. I love this type of play. And what is the
Ooh,
other
the
one?
Spatial Saronir.
Mm.
That's a really awesome thing to send there. Got 2
Yeah.
effects going to be activated there after this Fusion Summon resolves here. And we could be getting that Ash Blossom back too, to maybe sub it for the next turn. But we probably want to get Lucaeus. That way we have a normal summon for this turn if we don't already have one in hand.
Chain Link 1 Arthalion.
So it looks like Arthalion's going to be Chain Link 1. Curious to see what the Bestial Saronir is going to send to the graveyard.
Chain
One of the
Link
common
Arthalion,
ones in a full
target
branded
Ash
deck, of course,
Blossom,
would be
Chain
Branded
Link 2
Retribution,
Lucius, Chain Link
but
3
you might just
Saronir.
thin your deck down.
It could be...
All of that resolves.
So all of that resolves everything happening. So let's start, see what we set and send.
It's probably not too bad to send Albaz because you can probably summon it off of stuff like Secretarion Dragon. That could be pretty helpful for going second for bringing it back
Interesting,
out
yeah.
into play because it is a dragon still. We're just going to send the Magnamut, which, in theory, we could add back on a later turn using our Arthalion and then get value out of that.
True. And
then
Lucaeus is going to set the Ketu.
And then Arthalion does target the Ash to add back to the
Anything on
hand.
Resolution?
Nothing on resolution.
Activate Ketu.
Ketsu resolves.
Ooh, Ketu is good here. We're going to get a search for a Dracotail
That's
card. We're going to
Rexel.
get
Yep.
the Phyrexel. Beautiful little introduction to
Normal
the
summon. Effect
new
target
Doom
Lucius.
of Dimensions Dracotail card.
What's it going to do?
Summons it back and then bounces a card.
Yeah.
Bounces a monster.
Yep.
Really, really cool use here because adding the Ash Blossom back to hand means that now we have that for Dalton's next
Oh, that's
turn, and
fine,
we
I know.
still are able to get to the Lucaeus anyway.
That's right, and that gives us the Phymina, the beautiful way to fusion summon during our opponent's turn. We could fire that off right now, get something like a Goulamel online, or maybe a different fusion monster.
Considering there was an Ash Blossom and a Molcharmy activated, I think this is a very ideal state for Aditya to find
We'll
himself, and
proceed
he's
to
played
the
this very
end
well.
of
The biggest thing, though, is does he have
main
access to something like
phase.
Urgala to maybe bring back that Phymina?
How many cards are in your hand?
Looks like not. He's
I
just
have-
passing turn for now.
Yeah, I want
4.
you to save that interaction for his opponent's
Drop
turn.
2.
I can respect that.
4 cards in hand. We know Phymina
Anything in
and
draw
Ash
phase?
Blossom
So-
are
And the
interactions.
Phyrexel
standby
is a
phase.
known card as well, so we
True,
know that's
anything
not an
true.
interaction.
Yeah.
So Dalton drawing into the 4th card in hand here. I do see what appears to be a Solfachord. We might get to see the other side of the deck this time.
It's a fantastic normal summon. It's either that or the Mimighoul Dragon, and here we go.
I believe that's the Solfachord Primoa. I believe on summon this card will allow you to search for any Solfachord monster.
What does it do? Add a Solfachord card?
Any Solfachord
Yeah,
card.
any
so
Solfachord
you're going to
card.
go for mostly
Sure.
the Solfachord Happiness is
Right,
what
and
I
that'll
see a lot of
get
people go
that'll
for.
get you the scales, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, Dalton about to find a little happiness in the deck there as he works through everything. What an interesting set of monsters, too, right? You've got musicians,
Solfeija.
dungeon masters,
That's the negate
snack
one, right?
cakes.
If it's in scale.
So we're
yeah,
going to add
it's like a
Solfachord
right across.
Solfeija from hand. This is
Yeah.
going to be the level 2 pendulum. I believe it's a 6 scale, question mark? 9 scale, even better.
And it has a couple of different use cases. It can either be the negate and the pendulum scale, or you can special summon it from your hand if you control all monsters you control are Solfachord monsters. So depending on what the game state is, depending on what you need, you
Anything on
can
resolution?
move things
Nothing
around
on
here.
res.
So looks like nothing on resolution here.
Yeah,
and
so
proceeding
Oh, no.
accordingly.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of the Solfachord side of this engine. Last game we started with the Mimighouls. This game we're starting with the Solfachords. The way I see it is these are going to be extra extenders for your level 1s, as well as sort of a potential endboard piece to give you access to extra negates. But we're going to see the chaining of the effect to the Solfachia with Phimina. We're going to go ahead and fuse this Arthalion and the Lucaeus, just monsters from board here. To go ahead and make Mysterion.
Wow, summoning a monster of the same type never felt so bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe all of the Solfachords are fairies.
Definitely a heads-up play there. You haven't seen Mysterion in every deck list, but this is exactly what it's for. And it is good in the Yummy matchup in general, so it's just kind of funny that he happened to find an alternative use case for it right here.
Yeah. To Lucius.
Yep, so Chainlink 1's going to be Mysterion to go ahead and banish all the fairies that are in play, and then Chainlink 2 Lucaeus to go ahead and set.
And it's the Mysterion's going to banish this, and then all of them.
All fairies.
Just all fairies.
So it banishes the one monster, and then after that, it banishes all monsters of the same super type.
Fairies are good, but not when they're banished like that. So now maybe we'll see some Mimighoul plays.
That was the normal summon, remember? So Dalton will need to have something
Thrust.
else. Thrust is something else.
Thrust into Maker.
That could be Maker.
So, but we do have the Ash Blossom in hand, remember?
We do.
For Aditya.
I feel like you have to at this point.
And you can't Ash Maker, correct? Because I believe it just says, like, reveal the 2, and then you do all the stuff.
But I believe it is all one effect.
Okay,
So, yes, you can Ash the Maker.
So maybe it's worth it for Aditya just to, like, let this Thrust resolve and then be like, I'm just going to Thrust or Ash whatever you get anyway.
That's often the
We are
call,
back
but
right
if
where we
it's,
were, the Thrust was activated, the Mysterion was activated, and the monsters are
we can
still
continue.
banished.
Yes.
It's good.
And we
Ash
are going,
Blossom, okay.
Yep, he's like, I'm not going to get it twisted. Those 2 cards in your hand better be good ones.
Yeah.
That's what Aditya's
Does
saying.
not want to allow him to get into anything, and it is a pass, so Dalton did not have any more follow-up. Aditya has plenty.
And I believe our set card
Nothing.
is the Ketu
Stand by me.
Dracotail.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
we have plenty
I
of
think that's
follow-up.
what he had said, yeah.
But we also have the Phyrexial, which gives us plenty of value back by getting back the Lucaeus, adding stuff back to hand, and then getting another search here.
I don't know that Dalton makes it out of this turn. 25 minutes left of the clock. So he concedes, yeah.
Dalton wants to make sure it stays 25 minutes.
Good luck.
We got Dalton, I think, proudly proclaiming that he is going first, and we get the opening hand of Destiny. I'm seeing some fun stuff in there, I think.
Stand by main.
Yes.
I think this is going to feel a little bit more Solfachordy.
It looks like we do see a Pendulum in the hand. And we haven't seen the full Solfachord combo yet.
Normal summon promo effect.
Maybe we'll see it now.
So we saw this in a bit in Game 2. Promo is going to go ahead and search for any Solfachord card. I believe we already have Happiness in our hand, if I'm not mistaken, so this could get access
That's really
to
big.
the Solfachia that we saw in Game 2, and maybe we will actually be able to actually leave it on
Solfachia,
play
anything on
and then
res?
start link climbing with it if required.
So many starters, so many normal summons, so many great extenders in this deck. And Dalton already opening up one of the best normal summons in the deck.
Certainly what it's all about. Unfortunately, I don't see any Yummies or any Mimighouls here, so this has really become a Solfachord duel.
But those can probably easily bridge into either or, depending on what kind of monsters you can summon.
To discard 1, search 2, and special up to the number of monsters you control, plus 1.
So we're going to go ahead and use the effect of Solfachord Happiness. In case you guys did not hear Dalton, you're going to discard a card, search for 2 Solfachord monsters with different scales, and then you can special summon as many from your hand as possible, equal to the number of monsters your opponent controls, plus 1. So you get a minimum of 1 monster summoned here, and that looks like we're adding Cutia, and then I believe another copy of Solfachia, maybe?
It's cool to see the Dominus Purge. It just reminded me that all the Mimighoul monsters are Earth for the most part, right? So they don't trip off on the unholy attributes of Dominus Purge.
So are the Solfachords. Most of them are Earths as well.
Solfachords are Earth or light, yeah.
Which
and
is
the
all what you
Mimighouls
want.
are Earths, the Yummies are lights. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah. So
gives
Purge
you a
has
lot of
perfect
deck building
synergy.
options, yeah.
Can I read the Cutia?
So we're just double checking here the effect of the Solfachord Cutia.
You normal summon this?
I normal summon the promo,
Okay.
yes.
So first off, the Pendulum effects. Pendulum summoned, or Pendulum summons of your Solfachord Pendulum monsters cannot be negated, but the monster effect. Oh, actually, we're actually getting some action here.
Ooh, so we activated the Molcharmi Fool.
Oh,
in
another
response,
one.
and we activated Ash, and we activated another Molcharmi in response to the Ash.
Okay, so remember when I was saying that these hurt? We're getting one activated. The Ash was nice to check the first, but will not check the second.
It's bad, but it's not
You have 3 cards
worse.
left in
And
hand.
specifically, the Solfachord ones are pretty rough because basically you're going to summon either from the extra deck or the extra deck
effect
because
two
they're going to
summon
go
in
to
my
the
hand.
extra deck after they go
Solfachord.
face up there. So we're going to activate the effect of Solfachia to go ahead and summon the Cutia.
It's going to search a Solfachord monster.
And now we're going to search for another Solfachord monster using the effect of Cutia here. Are we just going to get another Promoa, question mark?
I'm curious to know if Dalton has a game plan for this to just make a strong Solfachord field and maybe not give that many cards to Aditya at all.
I mean, there's probably a world where we only need to summon one more time from the extra deck, but what's that monster going to be?
Could be a Grand Solfachord. We do have 3 materials here.
That could be pretty cool. But sure, but like if you're Dalton, you're probably not priced into giving Aditya more than 1 or 2 draws at the most, because the more you give, the more potential engine he's going to draw, and the Dracotail engine is just so good at breaking boards.
We've seen both these duelists pass, make very conservative half boards, just end their turn before anything gets too hot and heavy, but looks like he's thinking about it. Dalton may not play any additional cards.
I mean, how scared is Dalton of losing on the next turn? Like, Aditya has 3 cards in hand. Like,
activate Thrust.
Oh!
Okay, so Thrust can search.
Yep.
Oh, Aditya says, I know what's coming. Let's see what it is. Steven Rodriguez, you pointed something out earlier, and there it is!
Harpy's Feather Storm. There's a pretty powerful link rank 1 you can make, I think, with 2 level 1 monsters.
Ripple Bird is the common one for Mimighoul. It allows you to change the battle position of an opponent's monster, force the activation of their Mimighoul effects, but also it will allow you to activate this Harpy's Feather Storm.
So now at this point, I don't necessarily think Dalton cares about playing to the Fua anymore. So now he can go for the full Solfachord combo, give as many draws as possible to Aditya, and then at the beginning of his turn just go, oh, if I have Ripple Bird in play,
It's scary because you know that he's on Nibiru. So there's also an argument that you just go straight into Ripple Bird here. You have 2 level 1s on the field currently between the Primera and the Cutia. So that is then only giving them 4 summons. They can't get rid of the Ripple Bird. That's a safer play.
I guess the question is, like, if you have, after being nibbed, do you still think you can make the Ripple Bird? That's the only thing that, like, I think really would be the question there.
Okay.
But if you risk them trying to find Mina and stuff like that, that could be a big risk. Maybe not worth it.
Yeah.
Well, time to find out if he's going to call it in, but it looks like we are...
We're all going to go for a link summon here. Oh, yeah.
Beyond the Pendulum.
Ooh. Yep. We're going to get the draw here off Fua.
Yeah, you put them in the extra.
Yeah, they're in the extra.
Yes, because they are Pendulum monsters. They go to the extra deck face up.
1,200.
You're just going to pay 1,200 life points here.
That's going to search any Pendulum monster.
And we're going to get any Pendulum monster. There's a lot of good ones there.
So Dalton deciding to push just a little bit further.
And important to note there.
The Grand Solfachord requires 2 Solfachords,
as he's asking a question
1?
here, I'll give him time to...
Just a Pendulum monster.
So he left the Solfachia on the field, I believe.
I mean, another monster and a Pendulum monster.
Which is the level 2.
And you
so
can't
not going to be able to go into the Ripple Bird. So yeah, he is opting for a different line than I anticipated.
Yeah, he's going to end on Ripple Bird, basically. He's going to do everything and then just be like, oh yeah, here's 2 level 1s, make Ripple Bird, your turn. But because he probably wants to get to Grand Solfachord before he does any of his Yumby cards, otherwise he's going to be locked out of Link 3s. But oh, the Ash Blossom, the Pendulum.
Well, he's still holding 2 Pendulum monsters in his hand. If he does decide to do 1 more...
Yeah, Ash is fun.
And he didn't? Oh, he couldn't Ash. Oh, okay, okay.
Promoa.
Oh! So from his perspective, it is easier to try to just give a few more cards and then rely on that Harpy's Feather Storm instead of trying to do anything further. So it's just going to be draw 1.
It's just draw 1 because 1 summon is happening from the extra deck. But it's of 2 monsters.
Promo effect and scale. Target itself, it's going to return it to my hand.
Yep, so the promoter is going to add itself back from the scale here. This will give us access to even more level 1s potentially if we can find a way to bring it back out. This does give us back to the level 1s that we need to make Ripple Bird 2, so that's pretty interesting to see.
Link 3. Could this be the Grand Solfachord?
Yeah, seems about right to me.
Because if I recall correctly, there's a built-in spell and trap negation in this archetype because you control the Grand Solfachord, right?
Yes,
yes. Grand Solfachord, Coolia, and then we have an effect on summon here.
What's your trigger?
My trigger is going to be Promoa. Since I link summoned a Solfachord Link monster, I can target a card in Graver Face Up Extra, add it back to my hand. So I'll target the Face Up Solfachord Solfegia in my extra deck.
So the promoter is going to go ahead and let him add back the Solfegia from his Face Up Extra deck because he link summoned Coolia.
I love what Dalton's doing. He's just being brave. He's not worried about the Fualos. He thinks that he's just got to go in. This is the last duel. He's obviously at round 8 undefeated. This may be the right play.
That's the
and now
that can grant that.
He's checking about the second pendpendulum summon.
That's only if you activate
he
that
has
effective
not activated that
happiness.
effective happiness.
He used the other effective happiness.
To Solfachord. Now, important to note, Solfachord does say when your opponent monster effect activates on the field and it resolves, if you control a Grand Solfachord monster, you can negate that effect and destroy this card. You can only use it once per turn. It's a hard once per turn for the name of the card. So even though we have 2, it still just negates that resolution, the effect of a monster that activates on the field.
Yeah, so there's probably a world where Dalton's kind of stuck here because I don't think there's a way for him to bridge into the Mimighouls without sacrificing the potential Ripplebird play. Because he can go Giant right now. But if he does that, he leaves himself open to things like Nibiru, like Steven was mentioning earlier, and he can maybe deny himself access to that Ripplebird that he so desperately needs to turn off Aditya's turn using the Harpy's Featherstorm.
We chose to Link Summon instead, though. Link Karibo on the field and adding another card to Aditya's hand. He carefully looks for it off camera.
Thinking.
Oh, he's thinking now. Could this be Nibiru?
It could be Famina,
importantly, because Solfachord is a pendulum, a 9 scale. Coolia allows him that when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can special summon a Solfachord card with an odd pendulum scale from the pendulum zone to a zone it points to, negate the activation. Then you can add a Solfachord pendulum monster with an even scale from your deck to your face-up extra deck. So you get the advantage, and it also protects against the Nibiru. So the more that I see this now, it actually is very safe, and I do like this play from Dalton because he does have a lot of plays to continue to do.
But something like Famina could be so scary here. Like, what do you do? Is Dalton just like let Famina resolve? You know what I mean?
You would have to negate it with the Grand Solfachord Coolia, but then Nibiru would be active again. But that's requiring your opponent to have like a 2-card combo, but you are playing into the Mulcharmy Fualos, allowing him to draw multiple.
He's drawn 5 cards this turn. You know,
he's just going.
He's going to keep drawing cards, I think. Because that's right. We also go straight into the Yummies now too, into the cups away here.
Resolves.
Dalton feels like the better play is just to push harder and just to Featherstorm your opponent later.
I mean, I can respect that because we do currently have the negate as protection, but we are fueling Aditya's hand to be able to play through that.
I respect it greatly because the much safer play to not give your opponent as many draws, to not play into the Nibiru as early. Again, Coolio kind of helps you out with that, but still, like there was an opportunity to use it earlier. But now he's just able to keep playing. You're giving your opponent a lot of resources, but as long as you set up the entire Solfachord Yummy combo, might not matter.
Now, it is worth noting, I believe the Yummies can still summon themselves even if you have a Link 3 in play.
Yes, as long as you control a Link 1 or a level 2 Synchro.
Exactly.
Which
Special
they do.
Effects, target the Ash, shuffle it back.
Like that. Put that Ash Blossom back because it can come back. You can actually recycle it with Dracotail.
Oh, yeah, it can.
Seen that many times today.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things about the Dracotail deck, is that it's kind of the best Mulcharmy deck in the entire game because when you don't need them, you can just transmute them into the other cards that you are going to want.
Yep. And then they come back anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Special Cupsy.
So Cupsy hitting the field. I'm just stunned by how far this turn is going considering all the Fualos, but it's worth it. I mean, it's working out.
And you can only use the 2 Mulcharmy effects in a turn, so it's not like Prulia is going to come down or anything like that. No. So these summons from hand are fine.
Getting access to even more of our interactions in case the Harpy's Featherstorm isn't enough, or if we maybe fail to access it, or to give us the extension to play through something like a Nibiru.
I say Ball Drake.
So we're going to try to do Ball Drake instant. Okay.
Targeting the Beyond the Pendulum.
Targeting the Beyond the Pendulum here to go ahead and summon the Ball Drake out to the field.
Suppose you're doing it now before there's any Yummies in the graveyard so that you can't tag out and get more advantage here.
Well, worth noting that if, Aditya can find a way to summon another monster, this could threaten the Ripplebird.
Oh, wow, but there's a Druid's Worm to back it up.
Oh. Yeah, those are the monsters he might need to, threaten the potential of Harpy's Featherstorm, because that's the only thing I think Aditya's really worried about. It's like, I can play through everything else, but Harpy's Featherstorm, I cannot. I need my monster.
And importantly, Ripplebird says if it's in defense position and all of your monsters are in defense position, they can't be destroyed by battle, but we have a Link monster, which is always going to be in attack position, so that protection effect of the Ripplebird won't be out there. You can force out that Harpy's Featherstorm here. Aditya is really making Dalton think now as 2 Bestials will hit the field.
Makes it difficult. Even if you tried to bring out that Ripplebird now, you could use the Ball Drake to send the Druid's Worm to negate, or banish that Link or Sea Summon. But then the Druid's Worm is sent to the graveyard and you can target something else. This is actually getting a little scary.
Oh yeah, we are playing through a lot of interactions here. So we're going to go ahead and draw another card here off of this Fool, and it's going to be the Ripplebird, and like I said, we have the Ball Drake to banish this card. I believe that Harpy's Feather Duster is not allowed to be activated right now.
Do you have any triggers?
No triggers.
We happened to set it instead of keeping it in his hand.
Well, he couldn't have added that.
yeah.
Yeah, Dietrich didn't have anything in play yet. He does now, but earlier he did not. So we're going to use the effect of Ball Drake here. Tribute, banish the Ripple because it was XZ summoned.
I have nothing in chain to that.
Interesting, nothing in chain. That means during the resolution he's going to use the Grand Solfachord.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when it attempts to resolve, I'll use Solfegia
That's
to.
fine.
I think it's
Destroys itself and negates
negate the effect and then destroy this card.
Yep.
Okay. On resolution, effect of Druisworm, target the.
And we
this
still
is
have the
targeted, right?
Coolia.
I'll target the Ripple Bird.
It can be targeted.
Yeah, I'll target the Ripple Bird.
Is that going to be it?
That'll send it to the graveyard.
All this drama over trying to bring this monster out, and here it goes to the
Because
graveyard?
if we Coolia here, then now Phimina is a threat, Nibiru is a threat.
But
Aditya is making him be like, yeah, use your last interaction.
That sends it to grave.
Yes.
Maybe Dalton's just thinking to himself, do I have a way to bring this guy back? Because he was still properly summoned. We have a surprise in hand. We have 6 cards in hand as Aditya.
That's a lot. And again, this is a scary deck to take this type of challenge against. There's going to most likely be 3 Phimina, maybe 3 Nibiru. You never know.
Or just like Nibiru, yeah. Like,
Gotta say, Aditya has just been playing an incredible game here. I know we've been so excited about everything Dalton's doing because it's fresh, it's new, it's interesting, but to be bombarded with all these strange card effects, Aditya's really keeping his cool.
On resolution,
does it do
he's
anything on
negating.
No.
On resolution, 1 card in hand.
1 card.
Do I know what it is?
You know surprise.
It's surprise.
Yep.
Okay.
Is it time for Phimina or Nibiru? Did we give too many
Phimina.
cards?
It is going to be Phimina!
There it is.
Oh, no.
And
That's the danger of giving your opponent that many cards.
Should he have just gone into the Ripple Bird and passed?
I think Dalton will be asking himself that question for a while here. But, I mean, it's looking tough.
Oh my gosh, refusing 4 monsters.
4.
I think I saw 3 Molcharmies and an Urgula.
Oh, my
no,
goodness.
No, it's Molcharmy, Ash, and Mululu on top of the Urgula.
Wow.
This chain link's about to be
That's
gigantic.
not
Do you have any
good
yummies
for
in grave or no?
Dalton.
I was fueled by all
I
the
don't think
excitement,
so.
but I failed to see the obvious.
target-
Maybe we should have played a more conservative turn.
That's the thing about taking the Molcharmy challenge. Yes, you have ways to
this,
interact with the
this,
Dracotail deck, but there are so many cards you're giving your opponent that they can use. You're hoping they're drawing into these other Molcharmies, like the Meowls, that they can't use
chain link
anymore.
2,
You're hoping they're drawing into more
Urgula, chain link
Dracotail
3,
names,
Mululu.
not Phimina.
And then I
But
believe
if you
that's
give
it.
them the interactions, Aditya is
Sure.
going to use them and ruin
start
your
Rahu and
entire
Tattoo.
field.
I'll
Wow,
do
so all of
pop
these
the-
effects, right, including adding back to the hand all of those cards that are Thelian targeted. This is devastating.
Urgula, get rid of Harpy's
And then
Featherstorm,
these all get-
Mululu.
these get bounced.
this
Negate
gets
something.
bounced,
We're
this
going to
gets bounced,
bounce
this
the Cupsy-Way, the Ripple Bird, and the Coolia,
then
all back to the
I'm
extra
gonna
deck.
back
Because there are no yummies currently in Dalton's grave, he cannot chain the effect to tag
So sorry,
out
this
because
gets
there's nothing to
bounced.
summon.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's my fault.
And now the
The
yummy
Ripple
is,
Bird,
and now the
yeah.
yummy surprise in hand is worthless. Besides being able to summon back the ones that are already in the grave who've already used their effects.
He's got Solfachord on the field. You know, that's that's
Cool.
something.
It's been permanently negated.
The bell.
So we're not out. Yeah, but there's
And
the
there's a bell
handshake.
for the surprise.
I gave you too many draws.
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
have
yeah.
just